Greetings and salivations. I am your host, King James the Ruthless, TikTok, and I am here just wasting time at night because I can live broadcast now. I figure why not give you a new view. So I'm checking out my laptop out here in the nice evening air. So, like I've been saying, why can't I have my stuff? You see, I got the United States deficit. I called in said deficit. That means all of America is mine. I own 100% of America. I own their mines. I own their land. I own their people. American people were put up as collateral. Each eye worth so much, each liver worth so much. So I own all the people as well. Now, as I own all land in America, then why can't I have a house in Sacramento or even Arbuckle for that matter? I would like 1201 Cleveland Way. I already own it. How about the house Arnold Schwarzenegger bought me? He bought me 1032 William Street, Arbuckle, California. He made it a federal safe house because he knows I'm a federal agent, special agent in charge, Lord James Monroe Bradshaw of the Secret Service. Why am I not in jail? Because I am Secret Service. Otherwise, I'd be sitting in jail because I've been telling you for a year now that I'm Secret Service on live broadcast. I've called the Secret Service. On this cell phone, I have called Secret Service and identified myself as a Secret Service agent. And yet here I sit, continuing to piss people off with the truth. Don doesn't know what he's talking about. Don says he was never a Secret Service agent. Don doesn't know what he's talking about. 13 years ago, I joined the Secret Service, California branch, San Francisco. So, you don't know what you're talking about, Don. I thought you were supposed to be dead, Don. Isn't that what my intel says? My friend says that Don is dead. And if Don is dead, then who is that guy under surveillance saying that I'm not a Secret Service agent? He looks like, quite literally, like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Is it really Gollum lurking around all this time? I'm sorry about the old broadcast being so close to my face, but I was in the bathroom. It was sitting on the toilet roll dispenser. So, just close up. But now you got all this room to see. You can see almost my entire body. You can see my back door. And I wouldn't be able to do this if I hadn't bought this brand new Dell computer. So, anybody for your computer needs? $200-300, get you a decent computer that can do your needs. Dell computers. Look them up. Dell.com. get some good deals and good product. I advocate for Dell. Go ahead, make a purchase. Make your own YouTube channel. Get famous. Really piss your family off. If you get famous and then on your live broadcast, contact something that you use a lot. Maybe you like 7-Up. Contact the 7-Up company. Tell them, hey, I got a YouTube channel. I got 477 subscribers. I'm looking for an advertisement payment. I'm looking to get paid for advertisement on my YouTube, and they'll sit there and go, yeah, we can do that sometimes. And you'll get it. You get a little bit of money, and all you got to do is broadcast on your YouTube channel. Pepsi Cola Pepsi products sold in stores near you. Go out and buy your Pepsi on sale at Dollar General. I'm a medical recommend. I got a medical recommendation for my medicine. You see, everybody says the military is such a bummer. You can't smoke weed and be in the military. You can't have long hair and be in the military. I say bullshit. You just got to know how to do it right. Yeah, when you're a private, they want you shaved, they want you clean, they want your hair short, they want you to say yes, sir, no, sir, I'll do that, sir. God bless it. Just a minute. Middle of broadcast. Middle of broadcast. Middle of broadcast. No. I'll be right back. I have to fill this with water. So, as I was saying, it's nice of them to wait until I'm in the middle of broadcast to do this. He told me earlier that it looks like that's enough water to get me through the night. Now I need you to go out there and fill up that water jug right now because you're on broadcast pissing me off. Okay, it's full of water. I gotta go fix Willie's jug now. Now, let us get back to what we were saying. The military. Some people say I'm an admiral in the Navy, Admiral James C. Cock. But if I am, last I knew I was retired. Some people say I'm a 5-star general in the Air Force. And as I own America and every person in it, this really pisses Elizabeth, Betty, Catherine, Hancock, Dalporto off. I want Heather Thurston naked and in chains delivered to me as an escaped slave. And if you ask Heather, she's going to laugh about this. Because I've already talked to her about it. She's not offended by the fact that I want her naked and in chains. It's just something I want. I want her naked and in chains, brought to me as an escaped slave. Why? Because she's fucking hot and I like her. I can make a happy life with a woman like that. So, some people say I'm a special ops agent, but I can tell you that's bullshit right now. I am a specialist, but it's not like Army Rangers or Navy SEALs or anything like that. I'm just a comms specialist. Covert comms. So it's not like I'm out beating people up. I'm actually a non-combat personnel. I'm a chaplain. Chaplain and morale officer. So I'm non-combat personnel, so I don't see what everybody's busting up about. But yeah, when you got a certain rank, you don't gotta shave your hair. You can keep it long, you can have a beard. There are certain stipulations that allow you to have this. They're called special dispensations. Just like my military operative, James Bradsher, my little brother. He has special dispensations. See, during the course of his career and during a military assignment he was assigned to take part in, he got a face paint tattoo as part of the operation. Because of that, the military made him get the tattoo. Therefore, there are special dispensations being him having a face tattoo. He is allowed to have the face tattoo and be in the military because the military had him get it. You see, there are special regulations for special cases. And I'll fight for his right to be in the military against JAG if I have to. I already advocated for my brother Joshua. They honorably discharged him for some bullshit I was doing. And I had to get after him. Let me tell you, they were not happy. JAG doesn't like it when they're not the smartest people in the room. And you know me, I got to make a point of it. Maybe I only know a little tidbit that you don't know, but that little tidbit makes me smarter than you. That's what having higher clearance means. That little tidbit makes me that much smarter than you. It's actually pretty nice out here. I might broadcast out here now. Out here for a while now. This is pretty nice. And you got more to look at. Huh, dog? Come on, dog. Come on. Come on. Come up and say hi to the people. Say, this is Doggy Dog, the doggiest dog in the world. And this right here is a big box of dog food for him. So, huh, dog? Say I'm the doggiest dog in the whole world, huh? I want you kisses. You get kisses too, dog. You say hi to the fans. Somebody out there sent you $20 for dog food. Yeah, they sent you $20, and that's where your bacon strips came from. Daddy bought you a big bag of bacon strips. 2 big bags from Sam's Club, where you can get all your shopping needs. Sam's Club. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, yes. Folgers Instant Crystals. When you want something good and cheap, nothing better than Folgers Instant Crystals. Add a little milk to it. Fantastic. See how long? It's been 17 minutes and 22 seconds. Not bad. We're really broadcasting now. So, where do you think I should work? Since I'm in Northern California, I'm in Jefferson, I guess. Still part of Fucktardia. But we're in Jefferson. So in Jefferson, there are 2 military bases close enough to me to worry about. One is classified where you don't get to know about it. And it would be easy enough to get to. The other is Beale Air Force Base. So I'm thinking I should go to Beale Air Force Base. Beale Air Force Base should send somebody to me to take me to Beale, get my DD-214. That's your dog tags, gentlemen. Dog tags are DD-214s. So give me the Beale Air Force Base. Give me my DD-214s back. Give me my military uniform. Because, God, I look good in a uniform. And since you're going to bring me in and process me, you ought to shave my head. You can take my hair and analyze it for toxins. That's why it's growing long. The stipulation, my special dispensation regarding my hair, is because we believe that I am being fed toxins. So, all toxins you ingest are saved magnificent in your hair. And with the hair, you can tell what the poison was, how much of it was used, and how often it was administered. Forensic science, my friend. Forensic science. That's what happens when you're a coroner. I work for New York Police Department, forensic pathology. We are keeping an eye on certain people of interest. I don't just work for New York. I work for Las Vegas too, Las Vegas PD. I'm part of the oh, what do we call that? It's a special operations unit that we have put together to work against organized crime. We use RICO a lot. RICO's my best friend. I grew up with RICO. You know who RICO is, right? RICO gets you in close to the mob boss. I work for California CHP, California Highway Patrol. You see, I have a satellite in orbit. I have a satellite in geosynchronous orbit over Arbuckle, California. And it's got facial recognition software and hardware. The cameras are so good that we can read a dime laying on the ground. And we have facial recognition software, so we know who all of you are. We know where you live, what you're up to. And I've allowed the California Highway Patrol to tap into this satellite, to use it to monitor the California Valley for I-5 corridor and whatnot, for infractions, emergencies, and whatnot. In return, they give me a California Highway Patrol badge, and I get to be California Highway Patrol. It's the same way I do my job as Arbuckle Sheriff. I am Michael James Troughton, Arbuckle Sheriff. You see, I do my job via satellite. That same satellite beams down and watches you. When you commit a crime or action that breaks the law in Arbuckle, California, and that camera sees it, you receive a picture of what you were doing in the mail and a fine. We don't arrest you here in Arbuckle. We just take your money. I mean, Coosa County is the richest county in California. I think you guys can afford to give the sheriff's department a little money. You want to do the crime, pay the fine. So I get to be California Highway Patrol. So that's cool. Once again, they don't care about my long hair nor my beard. It's okay. If Coosa County Sheriff would look in their records, they'll find I'm employed by them. 13 years ago, I hired onto their sheriff's station as an undercover officer. My paycheck was covered up by issuing a SSI check. We just made my SSI to where it couldn't be interfered with. It can't be shut off, can't be stopped, can't be garnished. Nothing can happen to my SSI check because it's my paycheck for being undercover. It's not my full paycheck. My full paycheck is being saved. I get it retroactive from the time of sign up, from the time of hire. But my SSI gets me through until the operation's over. And that's all but over now anyway, so I'm breaking cover. Yeah, Officer Nathan arrested your own undercover officer. It's funny. And then you tried to give his identity away. You do understand, I worked for the federal agency before the federal agency got me a job with Colusa County Sheriff. So we've been watching all of this, which sadistically, they like it for two reasons. One, they get to clean out a corrupt sheriff's office. Two, they just don't like me much. I make them look bad. I get all these arrests and they work hard not to arrest anybody. They get paid not to. Nobody tries to pay me. So I just do my job. If I'm not going to get paid, I might as well do my job. I mean, if federal pay agents ain't going to pay me and the criminals aren't going to pay me, I'll just do it because it's fun. I still expect my paycheck to be saved retroactive from the time of sign up, but I'll continue to work without a paycheck because when I do get my paycheck, it's going to be huge. The State Department owes me a huge amount of money right now. Huge. Each job I have nets me at least close to $1 million so far in money that's saved up over the years. Some of them pay what? My military paycheck is $15,700 a month. Added up, 12 months a year, 13 years. Big lump sum of money, isn't it? Not to mention sign-up bonus. So, it's springtime again, and it's nice. It's nice out here at night in springtime. It's nice. It is. It really is. I like it out here. I want to move to 1201 Cleveland Way or 1032 William Street. 1201 Cleveland Way would be better because it's basically the same floor plan, just bigger. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do with the people who try to screw with me? My cigarette case. It's a hard case. Holds 20 cigarettes. Look at that shit. Isn't that bomb? Isn't that the business? Badass. Now is the time of the show that everybody loves. It's time to smoke a cigarette with the king. So got him, homies. Yeah, I'm just a guy hanging out with a bunch of people online. That's all this is. It's just me sharing my thoughts and whatnot, daily life with you, the audience. This is actually a branch of what me and my doctor are working on therapeutically. You see, Dr. Gerardo A. Toribio actually deserves credit for this type of therapy. You see, we've called it leak therapy. What you do is you take a client. Maybe he's unwieldy, doesn't want to work around, doesn't really want to do nothing. He just totally fucktarded, is what I call it. And he won't do anything. Not like he won't get up and do anything. He won't participate in therapy. He answers the call or he comes in, but he's faking. He doesn't pay attention. He's not really talking to you. How do you get through to someone like this? So Dr. Gerardo A. Toribio came up with this brand new therapeutic tactic called leak therapy. You take minor things from his therapy record and you leak them to his family and friends to alter his behaviors. Then when you get him to a certain point, you institute an online experience where you start having him speak about his therapy to a worldwide audience. Just get it out there. And that's what this show is about. Perfecting leak therapy, a therapeutic tactic. Well, pioneered by Gerardo A. Toribio, my therapist. And I'm glad to say I'm perfecting it. I figure if he's going to leak all my information to family and friends, you might as well get it from the horse's mouth. So let's talk. What do you want to know? As far as I'm supposed to know, I was born in Colusa County Hospital, 1978, October, to Melba Sue Bradsher with no known father. Now, this in itself must be a miracle. I have no father. How was I born? How was I conceived? Who do I go to? Dang, Daddy, I want my child support. My mommy didn't raise me. My aunt adopted me. At a young age, my aunt adopted me. I wasn't supposed to know this, though. I'm not supposed to know I'm the adopted son. So, this is my life, the life of an adopted kid. Let's see here. My best friend tries to get me locked up for bullshit charges, spreads lies about me, frames me. My family somehow believes him. However, his family is starting to question because his activities are looking much worse than what he said I did. So then I have my family members dying off, apparently. That's no bueno. One family member died, and we still haven't had a funeral. I guess it's this COVID experience. He was kind of like adopted too, so nobody cared about him either. So hey, I know what to look forward to. Just dump me in a hog pen and let's go. Works. No gathering to commemorate the passing of the dead. No wake. Party even. I'd prefer a party. I think everybody involved would party if I died anyway. Yeah! So why not have a wake? Be my last request. If I die, have a wake. I'd rather a wake because everybody's going to party anyway. Might as well be open about it. And then you have the whole machinations of the English crown. It's not bad enough that I'm a poverty struck American, or at least I was before I declared my independence. That's not bad enough. But if you look further back into history, you'll find my family are Irish immigrants. Came from Ireland a while back during the Irish immigration. Only we didn't come willingly. We were shanghaied by the English crown and sold into slavery to the railroad. We've slowly made our way up until I have declared myself my own country. Now, as a king, I once again hold the title that our family has cherished for so long. If you look in the Calusa courthouse hearing, or if you contact the UN and ask them to send you paperwork, copy the Procrastination versus America for Independence paperwork, you will find that I am my own country, the Procrastination. I named it this because it's a Native American tribe. You know how you got the Wintun Nation, the Cherokee Nation, the Sioux Nation. Well, we're the Procrasto Nation. because we just wait until the last minute to do anything. Procrastination is a national pastime. You don't understand it. You don't understand how procrastinating can accomplish great things. Great things happen when people procrastinate. America procrastinated into getting into the war. But once they did, it was ended quickly, wasn't it? Once again, procrastination saved the day. The beaches of Normandy on D-Day. The old men procrastinated so much they said, just throw the teenagers at them. Turned out that was the right thing to do. Them teenagers took that beach. Procrastination saved the day. Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? They'll do it. So, to the rest of you Southern boys out there, you gonna let these Yanks get away with this? Then you Yanks take care of this. But yeah, according to known history, I was born in Colusa County Hospital, 1978. But if you do some digging, you can find a birth certificate under a different name with the same DNA and fingerprints in Arlington, Texas. Now, why would my name be one thing in Arlington, Texas, and another thing in Colusa County, California? Things aren't adding up here. Things are making me question things. And I don't like to question my life, you understand? I've never had to question my life before. And this makes me think. And I don't like to think. I'm a procrastinator. I like to just sit around and smoke weed. You make me think. And that's like a job. Now you got me thinking all day long. Now my brain hurts. But really, come on. Pepsi-Cola, Pepsi products sold in stores near you. Get yours at the Dollar General. Dollar General, all your shopping needs under one roof. Comments of this broadcast are not necessarily the views of Dollar General nor their affiliates. Oh no, this isn't the apartment. This is not the apartment. No, I'm across town, over on across town, about a mile across town. I got kicked out of the Alexandra Center apartment complex because Marge Stafford wanted to move me to apartment 41. Then, after I moved into apartment 41, which she wasn't supposed to do because I own the apartment complex and apartment 26 was my personal apartment. That's why they told her it doesn't exist. It's his apartment. It's my apartment. The rest of the apartments are out for rent, but that's my apartment. That's why I didn't have to pay rent. So I paid the rent to myself just to make it look like I was paying rent. She has to give me back all those money orders. I used it like a bank. I did the same thing with PG&E because I own 30% of PG&E. So I made out the check to myself. So, but she moved me out of number 26 to number 41. Then the cops were called, and your undercover officer was arrested and taken to the sheriff's station, where he admitted he was an undercover officer. But the sheriffs laughed at him and sent him to Metropolitan State Hospital to cool his heels after he arrested one of their officers for their bullarchy that they were pulling. Where in Metropolitan State Hospital he was accosted by 46 enraged detainees. 46 enraged mental patients attacked me. I'm happy to say I survived. Well, they say it differently. They say I attacked them. But hey, I'm pulling self-defense here. And then, of course, there's the whole thing about the vigilante. For some reason, there was some guy that appeared to be a vigilante. I don't know if he wore a costume or anything, but they called him the vigilante. And wouldn't you know it, there was outside food brought into the institution for this vigilante. I'm just lucky I confiscated most of it. So, I had hamburgers, I had wiener schnitzel, I had KFC chicken in on the bone in the institution. Because I'm a man that gets stuff. You know, shit gets done around me. The sewage was broke. Debbie asked me to get involved. Sewage is fixed. All it takes is a little asking every now and then. Never know what somebody's willing to do for you unless you ask. Like I got Bizzle from TikTok. I simply asked, can anybody help me rebuild my house? Bizzle was willing to put $155,000 into it. until he washed out. I was counting on him because he was military too. Really disappointing. Really disappointing. So I had to find another way to get rich. So I'm going to start a broadcast company. It's just going to be a radio station. Maybe YouTube broadcast as well. Have a camera set up so you can broadcast while you're doing the radio. Kind of like Howard Stern's. And just run a radio station out of my garage. It'll be set up for professional, but it'll be in my garage. And that I'll sell 25% of my company, which is called Muerte Musica, for $100,000 for 5% share. And there's 5 options up for sale. Now, if you want, you can buy all 5 and just invest $500,000 and be a 25% quarter shareholder. Just know I'm going to use the money to rebuild this house. 4-bedroom house is here. And right back there, it's going to be a garage that spans the backyard. It'll have an upstairs loft area, bedroom, a downstairs broadcast area, bathroom, 2-car garage, and a little apartment for Will. I was going to do this with Willie using his name, Night Owl Nation, but he tried to do a hostile takeover from the start. He agreed to a silent partnership, but then tried to take over. So I'm the one with the government, and I'm the one with the education and business. Henry Foss High School, damn good business education. I'm the one with the business education. So I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll help Billy out from time to time, but I can't have him taking over my company. Not if I'm going to be doing all the work. So, Muerte Musica. Hopefully coming soon. We got an antenna already, so it won't take much to build a new one. We're going to build a new antenna, hopefully taller than this one, as tall as we can get it with the agricultural flight restrictions. So we'll build a nice broadcast studio, and we'll sit here and broadcast our pirate signal out there on the airwaves. It's not going to be pirate. It's going to be registered KFUC, KFUC, KFUC. It'll be awesome. And we'll play all kinds of music. Because I got diplomatic immunity, I don't have to adhere to music to radio law. I don't have to listen to radio law because I got diplomatic immunity. And since the broadcast studio is going to be on embassy grounds, then we're not going to have to worry about radio broadcast restrictions. I can play ICP unedited on the airwaves. So It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. Local businesses will prosper because for local businesses, I understand you don't make a lot of money here in Arbuckle or even Clusar or Williams, local small businesses, but you want to get your names out there in the video world too. You want your advertisement space, right? Like Rise and Grind, the local coffee shop. If you want a damn good coffee at an affordable price with intelligent conversation, I recommend Rise and Grind right here in Arbuckle. It's only open early in the morning. I think it's till noon or something like that right now, but still a damn good cup of coffee. It's better than Starbucks. It's where I go for my coffee. And because I'm a celebrity, they give me the big coffee. Usually there's a large, but I get the extra large because I'm a celebrity. I haven't figured out why though. Maybe it's because they watch my YouTube performance. I don't know. I just thank them for it. I don't need it. I don't pay for it, but I appreciate it. And that's the down home spirit that you get here at Rise and Grind in Arbuckle. That down home feeling of you belong. We appreciate you. So go to Rise and Grind, get your coffee. They got a coffee card there, so every 10th coffee is free. They sell local honey by the Ambrose family. I don't have a bottle of it out here with me. It's in the house and Willie's asleep. But there should be a video earlier. If you watch it, Curve 1.0, it should have an advertisement for it with a phone number you can call to buy your own local honey. It's excellent honey by the Ambrose family, M.L. Ambrose or L.M. Ambrose, Alexis Ambrose. Anyways, they make damn good honey. It's made from a citrus honey. The bees pollinate citrus flowers and make the honey, and it's just phenomenal. I love it. Their sunflowers honey is good too, but I prefer the citrus honey. Yeah, so if you go to Rise and Grind, tell them King James sent you. That is if they're there to just get coffee and be a good guy. If you're going to be a troll, nobody wants those. Nobody needs a troll. But if you just want good coffee, go to Rise and Grind. And for all you students out there or parents, remember the local library. Not many people use it nowadays, but it's an excellent entertainment now in these COVID days. We have to stay home a lot. And while you're home, what's better than immersing yourself in an imaginary world? Escaping from reality for an hour or two while you read a book. It's better than immersing yourself in a video game. So get out there. Go to the local library. Put your nose in a book for once. Learn something. Use your time effectively. Every book has grains of information in them. Think of it this way. It may be an imaginary world, but it's based on real life events at some point. Each country is based on a country in history. They just changed the name. So going on that, you can usually figure out whereabouts the countries were by how they operate versus how the countries nowadays operate. So you get a pretty concise view of the world of how people saw it in certain terms. And if you can add that together with a good education in real fact, like Henry Foss High School, then you get a good cohesive information and can work pretty much anywhere. I got art background from my art time there. Far East Studies taught me about foreign cultures. I took Spanish. I passed my math class in the first 3 months I was there and just sat in back playing video games the rest of the year. I took woodshop. I took swimming and water sports every day because I'm hydrophobic. And I figured the shock of getting in the pool every morning would scare me awake so I could pay attention. It's a therapeutic tactic that worked. I was wide awake, let me tell you. But it helped. I got keyboarding and telecommunications education, ROTC membership, 2 years ROTC service, where I didn't get one gig. I was offered 2 promotions and I was awarded 6 commendations. That's officers training, you guys. That's why you don't like ROTC. Officer training. The same training you would get in officers training school. That means when I join, I outrank you from the start. I understand the economics of the military. I don't just follow orders. I'm one of the people that shout orders. And on top of that, when I came to California, and up there I also got a chemistry education. I took chemistry. I took earth science. I took history. Then I came to Arbuckle, California, where I graduated my senior year with 4.0, where my most notable achievements were in FFA. Mr. Green's agricultural science class, I'm the only student that I know of that ever out-argued him in a debate. Parliamentary procedure. I don't mean to talk bad about him, but he's a coach and has taken his team to multiple championships. And I just overwhelmed him, is what it was. I had the impression that the more I spoke, the more he believed he should be sitting in my chair and I should be teaching class. It was just written all over his face, I'm telling you. Anyways, then there was agricultural science. That was agricultural science. Then I had ag small engines and ag shop. With one more agricultural class, I would have gotten my agricultural welding certificate and been a certified welder. I was counting on another year of high school because I was 15 credits shy. So I intended to come back for another senior year and get my certified welder permit. But they saw fit to push me through anyway. And therefore, I graduated with a 4.0, 15 credits shy of the limit needed to graduate. I noted the achievement because when I opened up my diploma, I saw the diploma in it. Then I looked down and saw it was signed. So I stood up real quick, showing the diploma to everybody in the audience and said, Prego. Prego. It's in there. So So I want to know why I can't have my account. We can prove the account's mine. Washington State has been investigating me for 20 years. When I was in Washington State, I appeared to commit a crime. Then I came to California, therefore instigating the Washington State FBI to come to California and investigate me. Now, as they're investigating me, and it's the FBI, they have myself, my friends, family, and contacts under surveillance. Then they have their friends, family, and contacts under surveillance. I think we've caught just about everybody. When I got arrested, the sheriff's office got put under investigation. We have them for multiple acts of fraud, altering of information, dereliction of duty, gross negligence, gross disregard for the law, corrupt activity, accepting bribes. So, really, who wants to throw their weight around? We want to throw their weight around, we can throw our weight around. We're pretty heavy individuals as far as that goes. When you got 25 years of surveillance, or actually, wait, I was 7 years old, so 42, 41, 40, 39, 37, 35 years worth of surveillance to go through. It's pretty cool, wouldn't you say? What do we want to prove or disprove? You make an accusation, we can go through the audio recordings of my life and find out where it happened, when it happened, what was said, what was going on. You see, the Navy installed surveillance on me when I was 7 years old. They lost track of me when I was 5 years old. Caught hold of me again when I went to the doctor at 7 years old and implanted surveillance on me. Because I was actually born in Arlington, Texas. Naval Medical Research Experiment. I didn't have a father because nobody loved me. I'm a test tube baby. I am the end result of an experiment that failed because I came out with asthma, psoriasis, and weak legs. So they replaced me with a new experiment. But that was not agreed upon by the UN, now was it? The UN didn't say we will all work for a replacement of this experiment. They said we will all bow down to this experiment. That was the agreement, was it not? It would be nice if you would make my life a little bit more livable, at least. I mean, it's hard to be the one that was created and nobody loves. Right? I've thought I've caught some good fish over the years, but it turns out they all seem to jump out of the bottom of my bucket has a hole in it. All the fish get away. I need a new bucket. And my bait's not as good as it used to be. Look at this. My clam's all beat up. So I'll just dip it in stink bait and throw it back in the river. Maybe I'll catch a catfish. I mean, when I came to California, I was 120 pounds. I wasn't ripped. I didn't have huge muscles, but the muscles I did have were toned. Okay, you could see my horseshoe, you could see my bicep, you could see my pecs and my abs. I was looking good. Then it happened. You can find out what happened in my medical file. Any doctor will be able to notice what happened. I put on twice as much weight as I was. I went from 120 pounds to 240 pounds very quickly. $6,000. $6,000 would be nice. I could use $6,000. $6,000 could repair the water main, the shower, the leaky faucet, maybe haul away some of this garbage in the backyard. Lemon fell on the tin roof. I got a lemon tree right over there. I have 3 trees, a lemon tree, an orange tree, and a tangelo tree. And here they all sitting in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Check this out. I own most of Arbuckle. Even if I didn't pay off the deficit, I own most of Arbuckle because a couple of years ago, a house I wanted went up for sale. But I wanted to cover up the fact that I was buying said house. Because if I would have said buy this house, they wouldn't have bought it for me. They would have ignored me. So I made it into a business purchase. And I purchased every house or every property that was for sale in Arbuckle, Williams, and Colusa, California, just to hide the fact I was buying this one house. I paid $250,000 for that house. So I do have a house to live in. It's just in an alias name. You see, my aunt took me to the court. Not to take me to court to do anything, but so I could go get some paperwork. She was just my ride. And we went in and we looked up properties in my name in Colusa County. And we found absolutely nothing listed in the name James Monroe Bradshaw. So I said, damn, I guess I'm delusional. And we started to walk away. Only as we walked away, I said, I got to check something. I'll be right back. And I went back to the computer and I typed in a few other names. And you would not believe the results I came back with. So, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Do, 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 do. I think it's cool. I got a computer to broadcast on. I'm back on live feed. And this time I get to do it with the software provided. I don't have to have a third-party program. Fucking awesome. I'm wondering why you're doing this to me. 'Cause I won't give you money for free. 'Cause you're all pathetic. Not all my fans. All the criminals trying to steal from me are pathetic. Otherwise, I'd be dead by now and they'd have everything. Their pathetic attempts amuse me. We've got 50 kills already this year alone. 50 confirmed kills. Assassins sent to kill me. There's still about 7 of them lurking around town. They think I don't know who they are. But every time they break the law, they get a picture sent to them in the mail with a fine. So you see, I think I know where they are. See, an assassin is only a viable assassin so long as you don't know who they are. Once you know who they are, they're not as much of a threat. I really cramped their style, you know that. I really cramped their style. You need some cramp ointment. It's called money, and you need lots of it. As king of Fucktardia, I'm instituting a tax on all criminal agencies. Any criminal organization now owes the government of Fucktardia 50% of their income. You see, all these people kept asking me for 50. I just wanted 50%. I just wanted half of what he makes. I just wanted half his assets. I just wanted half. I just wanted half a million. I just wanted half a billion. I just want. So that makes me institute a tax on all criminal organizations. 50% of your income you can operate in Fucktardia. Otherwise, you either have to disband or leave Fucktardia. Don James Monroe Bradshaw of the California Mafia, of the Ballestero Crime Syndicate. It's run by Jaime Ballestero. I am Jaime Ballestero of the Ballestero crime family. I started out as a mafia bookie. Then I ended up buying the mafia. Then I ended up buying America. Then I ended up buying other countries. It's just cool. I'm an acquisitionian. I acquire things. Hey, I'm not a hoarder. I just acquire things. You guys are the ones stealing all my shipments. Talk to me about hoarding. Warehouses full of my goods, and they're saying I'm hoarding. Car lots full of my cars, and I'm hoarding. Just so I could have a car. I bought a car for everybody in Arbuckle, California. However, Sacramento has seen fit to confiscate the shipment. There was also a Honda Rebel 250. There was a Honda Rebel 250 and a Volkswagen automobile for every person 16 and over in Arbuckle, California. There was also an Alienware laptop computer for every person 13 years of age or older in Arbuckle, California. Sacramento has impounded them and is trying to make me look inept. However, we have surveillance that shows the lie. So, please inform me as to why you're holding my goods. Okay, in here, any country with which I do business with is going to put America under embargo until such a time as they see fit to give me back my shit. So I hope you like being under embargo. So, how do we explain scientists who have found hacker code in the galactic makeup? Does that mean we are in a Matrix like environment, or perhaps a Starfleet holodeck type environment? Or is this just some kind of new computer scheme that we don't know about? Is God just a hacker and we are his toys? What happens if you piggyback the signal that you find when you find the hacker code in the galactic code? What happens if you piggyback the signal back to its port and get inside the mainframe of the computer? What happens maybe if you do this and you find a massive database with weapons, science equipment, healing technologies, transportation? What if we are actually in a holodeck and the code is just holodeck code dictating our life in the holodeck? What if it's not even a matrix? It's just Starfleet fucking with us. Because we're primitives, right? We don't know any better. Anybody who has special needs will understand what I'm talking about. Because if you have optical hallucinations, you may see yourself in a grid work. Very disturbing. But yeah, so with the $500,000 I get from selling 25% of Mata Musica, I am going to hire an architect to plan out the blueprint for my house and garage. I am going to repipe the property. I'm going to build the 4-bedroom house, build the garage and broadcast studio, rebuild the fences. Well, backyard will be taken care of by the garage, but the front yard will need a new fence, something befitting our new status, maybe something with maybe marble 3 feet tall, and then iron grading from there up with a nice gate that opens out onto a covered porch, covered porche, where it covers our driveway, covers our parking areas. Put solar panels on top of that to collect energy, solar panels on the house and the garage. LED lighting throughout, because LED lighting is hella cheap. Not only is it cheap to replace, but it's cheap on electricity, which will keep the electric bill down. You mean take my old friend off my friends list? If I do that, you might get away with something. As long as he's on my friends list, he's under investigation. Oh. Well, it's been an hour and 33 minutes for this broadcast. This is the longest curve yet. This is cool. I just like hanging out here with the computer, and you guys know my battery's going low. My battery's going dead. My battery is going dead. I'm gonna have to plug it in and go to bed, and then I can wake up in the morning, and then we maybe broadcast again. Cause we are here for you and you are here for us. We're all around the land, taking back and forth the bus. And if we try real hard, we might get high. But we get by. Cause we try to live a healthy life. We even try and settle with a wife. But you all have to, never mind, okay. Well, so much for that idea. Why don't I get 1201 Cleveland Way? It's my house. I bought the property. Look up the identification of the man who bought the property. Look him up. Look at the picture on the identification. Run the identification through DMV, the fingerprint through DMV, and tell me that it's not me. It could either be me or my brother Joshua, but it's me because it's got my ugly face on it and my information. Oh, hey. somebody in the kitchen. So, Missy Pissy Pants. Missy Pissy Pants. But yes, once again, since I am an undercover sheriff's officer and I have paid off the United States deficit, it would be nice if Coos County Sheriff would bring me Heather Thurston naked and in chains. I could use her to cuddle up to tonight, keep me warm. James Akbar. James Akbar. I'm sorry I'm Akbar. I don't try to be. Look at me. Do I look Akbar? I'm not trying to be Akbar. I can't help it. Well, my therapy's nothing. I just tell my therapist a bunch of bullshit. I didn't tell him much until recently. I let him in on the fact that he's under investigation. All my therapy records are recorded for posterity. So we have him doing absolutely nothing except leaking information. He takes bribes for the information. We have the account transfers, deposits into his account, leaks of information. I've had to change the name on my account multiple times because I go to the therapist's office, they ask you to make paperwork, you set a second up, a person to contact in case of emergencies. I always put Melba Sue Bradshaw because she's supposed to be my mom. So I put her down. But every time I went back, it was changed to Mary something or other. I forget the last name. But it was changed to Mary. And I don't put anybody named Mary on my paperwork. There's only one Mary I knew at the time, and that was Mary O'Leary. And that means that's my dad's girlfriend, or was. So what was she doing on my paperwork? So I keep changing it back to Melvin. Sheriff Michael James Troughton at your service. Arbuckle Sheriff. Been working this job for 13 years. That's longer than Goose has been trying to incorporate Arbuckle, which means we had our own sheriff. You are not incorporating anything. Thank you for the sheriff's office you have built us. It's very nice. How am I going to get myself into 1201 Queeman Way? How am I going to get myself into 1201 Queeman Way? So, how do we do this? How do we do this? I wonder now. How do we do this? How do we get me into my house? Brainstorm with me, guys. How do we get me into my house? I don't feel like stopping my broadcast right now. I don't feel like stopping my broadcast for a bunch of criminals that want to get away with crimes. And after this broadcast is over, I'm probably going to start up a new broadcast because I'm going to broadcast for as long as it'll let me broadcast. I'm testing how long it'll let me broadcast. So we'll see how much time I got going on here. Maybe I'll make my show late at night. I'll just come out here and talk all night and I'll sleep all day. The military should have called George Green of the Green Ranch to make an investment for him with him. I was trying to invest $5 million for a small percent of his ranch so that I could run an FFA program in addition to the school farm on George Green's ranch, where children who live in apartment complexes or places where they can't have a sheep can keep a sheep, a pig, a rabbit for fair purposes. So the money that I make off the percentage of the ranch goes to fund that FFA program, allowing impoverished children to get involved with the FFA. I was not allowed to have a sheep or anything when I was in the FFA, so I remained a green hand my whole career, all year, just a green hand. Didn't achieve. I would have liked to have been able to show a sheep or something at fair. Would have been nice. But I didn't have the facilities to do so, and the school farm was full. Maybe this will allow more children to experience the FFA more fully. Also, I gave him $6 million. He still owes me $1 million for the investment. It was a way of getting me $1 million. And I get to house 21 buffalo on his ranch. One stud, 20 heifers, and their yearlings. What would the world be like if vampires were real? Would it be like Underworld? Would it be like Blade? Would it be like True Blood? Or maybe even like Twilight? What would it be like? Combination of all of them, maybe? I don't know. Never really believed in vampires much. I mean, they're interesting to watch on TV, but really. But my mom, she loves vampire books. So I've been looking at them every now and then when I find them in stores, thinking maybe she'd like this one, trying to find authors that she doesn't read or whatnot. And I don't know what books she has or doesn't have, so I don't know what to buy. But I know she loves vampire books. I bet you if she was given an opportunity to be a vampire, she would jump on it. So we'll see if I can't get this house built. I'm still working on it. I'm trying. In the meantime, I'm just gonna keep putting little bits into it. I fixed the plumbing for the bathroom, for the septic. Now I gotta put together some money to fix the water main. And then after that, I gotta put together some money and fix this leaking faucet over here. And the bathroom plumbing could use some work. So I'm gonna keep this plumber busy for a while. There's a Masonic treasure buried on my property. T-bills from Sears and Roebuck, gold, silver, gemstones, stock options, one of which is McDonnell Douglas. Bullion, coins and whatnot. It's buried on the property somewhere. That's why I purchased the property under an alias name, so nobody would know it was me. Oh, now they're saying I tricked them out of the house. Like I tricked those Nigerians at $800,000, right? Wasn't a trick. The old woman told me to take it and buy a house for me and my son. There was no trick. Just take it and buy your house. Just a nice old woman trying to help you out, help me out. But then a whole Nigerian family moves into town and starts trying to steal from me. They already took $300,000 out of the account because their Nigerian accountant recognized them as family. That's why I replaced him. He's no longer Charles.Strube at accounting.net is no longer accountant on the account. Oh. So, Michael, you have failed in your job. You did not give them their money, and now they're mad. But you'll be okay, 'cause you're going to jail to see your dad. And that's too bad. But the Nigerian won't be here in the end, my friend, because they're getting deported, because their visas ran out years ago, and I didn't want them to know, but it's too late now, and they're all being sent back again. All my friends did not die in vain. We will live. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, I know they've been killing my friends. That's why I tell you, I'm posted up in this little piece of shit town. I grew up here. This whole town treated me like shit. They beat me, they abused me. So yeah, there's not many people I care for in town. Have fun. Everybody I care for lives somewhere else. Anyways, okay. Evening curve, all right. So now let's look up. We're looking up some songs, some music.
Best money we've ever had. With a different kind of money comes a different kind of card.
I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Oh, every time I close my eyes, I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad.
I'll buy all the shit I never had. I'll start with all the stores on Sprague Avenue and run up to the corner right with you. Oh, every time I load my block, people running just won't stop.
Yeah,
It's just getting with the gun. Oh yeah, I swear.
the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire.
Yeah, I would have the show like Oprah. I would be the host of everyday Christmas. Get track of your wish list. I'd probably pull an Angelina and Brad Pitt and adopt a bunch of babies that ain't never had shit. Give away a few Mercedes like, here, lady, have this. And last but not least, grant somebody a last wish. It's been a couple months that I've been single, so you can call me Travis Claus minus the hobo. Get it? I'll probably visit with the community. And damn sure do a lot more than FEMA did. Yeah, can't forget about me, stupid. Everywhere I go,
Playing my own theme music. Time I close my eyes, I see my name in shining light. A different city every night. Oh yeah, I swear. I'm ready to prepare for when I'm a billionaire. Oh, oh, when I'm a billionaire. Oh, oh, oh.
playing basketball with the president, dunking on his delegates. That compliment him on his political etiquette. Toss a couple million in the air just for the heck of it. Keep the vibes 20s, his bitch completely separate. Yeah, I'll be in the whole damn tax racket. We in recession, but let me take a crack at it. I probably
So,
do whatever's left, it just split it
2
up.
hours. I can broadcast for over 2 hours, which is pretty good. How long can you broadcast on this thing?
I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad. Buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen.
Oh, that felt good. Oh, that felt good too. Oh, my back is nice and straight now. Yeah, self-chiropractic, that's where it's at, boys. Remember that. Saves a bunch of money. I swear, the world best to prepare when I cut off all my hair. To cut off my hair.
I wanna be a billionaire so fucking bad.
Party in the CIA. Moved out to Langley recently with a plain and simple dream. Want to infiltrate some third world place and topple their regime. Those men in black with their matching suitcases, where everything's on a need to know basis. Everyone's got that swagger. Everyone's a cloak and dagger. I'm really kind of wishing for an undercover mission. That's when the red light came on the radio, and I put my earpiece on, got my dark sunglasses on, and I had my weapon drawn. So I get my hand, plus my cyanide pills, my classified dossier. Tapping the phones like, yeah. Drilling the files like, yeah. Internalized all the enemy spies. We gotta neutralize today. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a party in the CIA. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a party in the CIA. I got a couple of crazy things which have almost gotten me dismissed. Like terminating some head state who wasn't even on my list. Burn that microfilm, buddy, will you? I tell you why, but I have to kill you. Need a quickie confession. We'll start a waterboarding session. Knowing on the South American dictator, I'll assassinate him later. That's when I read my razor sight, and my silencer was on. And my silencer was on. And another target's gone. So we got our hands up all over the world, from Pakistan to Bombay. Paying the bribes like, yeah. Hugging the leaks like, yeah. Interrogating the scum of the earth. We'll break them by the break of day. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a party in the CIA. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a party in the CIA. We need a country to stabilize. Look no further, we're your guys. We got snazzy suits and ties, and a better dental plan than the FBI. So put your hands up and get in the van, or else you get blown away. Making a coup like, yeah. Brainwash moles like, yeah. No torture the folks we don't like. You're probably gonna be okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a party in the CIA. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a party in the CIA. I love that song. Weird Al is such a cool artist. He's like my inspiration when it comes to parodying. When I decided I wanted to be a parody artist, it was because of Weird Al Yankovic. People like Weird Al Yankovic, Cletus T. Judd, oh, who else? There's been a few of them. Oh, what's his name? Mississippi Squirrel Revival. Forget his name. But yeah, because of Weird Al and other artists, and I wanted to be a parody artist. Because of Weird Al and his video Fat. That was found to be so controversial back when he did it. I mean, people were all talking about how you don't call people fat. And there was Weird Al out there talking about being fat and being proud of it. So, yeah. But then he calmed down. He just does funny stuff now. He doesn't try to offend you. I'm trying to be the most offensive parody artist to ever write, to lyricize. I'm trying to offend your delicate sensibilities with my lyrics. If I offend you, then I've done my job. Think of me as a heel performance on WWE. I'm the Randy Orton of YouTube. So, yeah, whoever first and negative and then change, please. TikTok, I'm going to bed soon. TikTok. I slept good today, but still, I'm going to bed soon. So, how long does this thing let you broadcast for? This is interesting. This is moving interesting. I've been working on the railroad all the live long days. My family's supposed to be enslaved to the railroad. I purchased a partnership with many of the railroads around us, many of the major railroads. So a slave now owns part of the railroad. I think they should arrest the person posing as my wife, not Gabrielle. If I'm married to that redhead, I'm not saying I am, but if I am, then I'll accept that. I asked for her hand in marriage from her mother and her dad. I meant that. But there's supposed to be a previously arranged marriage. I did not knowledgeably sign any marriage license. I've never signed a marriage license to this day. I signed a custody agreement signing Leroy Stanley and David Moore and Becky Clark's custody. At least that's what they told me it was. If that's not what it is, what is it? Could it be a marriage certificate? Marrying me to an anonymous woman who I don't know. If so, that was a fraudulently signed paperwork. It's not valid. And I will not uphold it. I don't care who they married me to. It could be Britney Spears. I wouldn't care. I'm not going to acknowledge this marriage. It's fraudulent. And she is willy-nilly spending my money. Why is she on my account? Let me put it this way. Since she signed the document, what was it, 16 years ago? Since 16 years ago when the document was signed, has she slept with me? I haven't seen her in my bed. Has she cooked my meals? Nope, I microwave everything. Does she clean my house? I don't think so. Does she raise my children? No, we don't have children. So, she is not fulfilling any of her wifely duties. So I want the marriage annulled. So that means no marriage, no money, no land, no title. You see, the government of Canada insists, since this is a Canadian governmental company, that any marriage license I sign must also be accompanied by a prenuptial agreement. You see, we will have nobody divorcing me for half of everything. So I'm thinking of making a marriage proposal, an offer of an alliance marriage with England. I would like to propose that the procrastination King James Luther 78 of TikTok, marry Amelia Mary Margaret of Windsor. In doing so, England would get financial aid from the procrastination. However, the procrastination would benefit from mutual defense and aid in open trade and have hopes of maybe inheriting. And of course, since Beatrice, Mary Margaret of Windsor, Mary Margaret of Windsor, and Beatrice Elizabeth Mary of York has indentured herself to me, and I would like her delivered naked and in chains. Now, if Heather Thurston, if it pisses Betty Hancock off, me asking for Heather Thurston naked in chains, imagine how England feels me asking for Beatrice Elizabeth Mary of York in chains. Imagine how they must feel to know that I have the right to have her delivered to me in chains, naked, by right. So, please bring forth my princesses. I can use their fortune to move into a house. Beatrice is my slave. I can use her fortune for whatever I want. Oh, hey, Eric Hand Jr. Long time, James. Long time no see. Hey, Eric Hand Jr. Homie, what's up, homeboy? Yeah, I'm sitting here. Been broadcasting for 2 hours and 22 minutes, 31 seconds. I'm just letting it broadcast to see how long it'll let me broadcast. I want a view of how long I can broadcast for when I want to have a long broadcast. So I'm just sitting here wasting time talking to whatever. Missed you, bro. Where's Night Owl? Night Owl's in bed asleep. He's in bed asleep because it is 1:47 a.m. I slept for part of the day, so I'm up for a while. So, Amy Lottie. I'm Scottish dollars paying for everything in this. Me Scottish dollar pays for everything. Well, that's right. Yeah. Flatulent. But yeah, I could have this broadcasting while I'm on the radio and just do a YouTube broadcast of my radio performance. That's interesting. That is so interesting. I do believe somebody tried to steal the company I made, Night Owl Nation Radio, for Willie. If so, they tried to steal it because it had money in the account. We need to get it back. In triplicate, 1/3 goes to the government, 2/3 go into the bank account. So, where is this spaceship? Oh, we're pretending that we're in Starfleet again, and we're held on a Starfleet holodeck. If we were housed in this Starfleet holodeck, then the movie says that the ship was left in the northern magnetic field over the North Pole. So that's where I would look. And we do have surveillance footage from satellite that show what looks to be an Enterprise-like ship hiding in the field. What happens if a private intelligence agency was to get aboard ship and commandeer it for their own purposes? Señor Muerte, Holmes. You all know who Señor Muerte is, eh? Señor Muerte is a big deal, Holmes. Kind of like a deal pickle. He just makes the sandwich, eh? Wouldn't be much of a sandwich without the dill pickle. Yeah, criminal agencies should give me 50% of their income every month, just so I'll leave them alone. Otherwise, if I catch them operating in my area without paying their fine, without paying their tax, I'm gonna fine them more than the tax would have been, because I'm gonna fine them for my gross worth. I'd like it cash app to me, please. Cash app James Bradshaw 78. Just put on there tax and for what organization you come from. The government loves my entertainment. A criminal raised by a criminal to be a criminal chooses to be a federal agent instead and is a better federal agent than the federal agents that are trained for being a federal agent. This broadcast proudly brought to you by Pepsi Cola Pepsi products, sold in stores near you. Get yours at the Dollar General. Hi, dog. Hi, doggy dog. Doggiest dog in the West. And check this out, you guys. Check this out. For on those spring nights when you really want to relax, there's a spa. We got a spa. We got a spa. Cool, right? I can get in the spa and broadcast my party from the spa. You can catch that shit on OnlyFans. Because you know what'll be going on there. Bunch of girls and me in the spa. Just for a mental picture. Yeah. Me with my dad bod, hot girls, alcohol, weed. Should be a lot of fun. That's better. 2 hours and 40 minutes. Pepsi Cola, Pepsi products. Sold in stores near you. Ooh, I'm flush with that. I am Führer of Germany, Caesar of Rome, Tsar of Russia, friend to the Emperor of Japan, King of the UK, Khan of Mexico in Mesoamerica. I'm a Mexican con man. No, you don't get it. I'm Khan of Mexico. It's like tribal leader. Khan, a man. Con man. Get it? Cool. Hey. What's Mexico gonna do to America? You guys always kick our ass. What could Mexico possibly do that could upset America? They're a third world country, for Pete's sake. You want to know where the lawsuits are coming from? They're coming from me. You do stuff that pisses me off, or your operatives do, and therefore I sue you. Like California, they let criminals steal from me, so I sue California government. Colusa County lets criminals steal from me, so I sue Colusa County. America lets California run California this way, so I sue them. And while you're in jail, for many of you, you've been there, you may be going back at some point. Always keep in mind Walking Horse magazine. When you're in the pen and you want commissary, you want Walking Horse. So, guys, I have to end the broadcast and take my computer in. The battery is low. So I am sorry. I will talk to you tomorrow.